Hey guys, what's up? It's me Karam and I'm here today for a special video for you guys, and this is to help you guys understand and give you some tips and tricks to improve the performance of After Effects. And performance of After Effects has been a lot of trouble for some people because they don't have the best RAM or the best laptop, and we understand that most people do. Like most people just can't afford to buy a 8 gig of RAM laptop or a good laptop that can handle After Effects processing power, and you just have a I'm not gonna say shitty laptop, but you have a low performance laptop and you can't run After Effects at that speed that you want it to during preview or whatever it is. So, but there is ways to go around that and to help you a little bit. So let's launch up After Effects. And now, what you want to do is you want to go to Edit after opening After Effects. You want to go to Edit Preferences, and you want to go to General. And then when you go to that, you have all your stuff here. So let's start off with General. Did you know that levels of undo is how many times you can undo things? You should have yours on default 32, which is the default, but I changed mine to 25 because I don't usually undo a lot of stuff. But if you want to go ahead and undo, like change that lower, it would lower your history, which is it's not gonna take. If you do a lot of stuff, it won't save as much, so it saves only a little bit, which is gives you a little. You might not notice it, but it does actually help. That's one of the ways. You also got previews. Previews is the fast previews, and sometimes if you click this button over here, let's close that. If you click this button over here, it gives you this option, adaptive resolution, but you don't have anywhere else to control it except from here, 1/8, and I usually just leave it at that. You could put it at 1/16, and but I'll usually leave it at that. And yeah, so viewer quality should already be on faster and stuff. Now next tip is media and disk cache. Media and disk cache can help you save frames in the hard drive, and the more you have, the better you are. So, this should be disabled. Actually, it should be enabled, but at a low, probably 80, depends on your hard drive. I have around 400, I think 500. I don't know how many gigabytes, so I just set mine at 100. And yeah, you give it temp folder here and set it up, and it just should be on default. Just increases to probably on depending on how much you have, increase that much. But remember this: you want to always empty this cache. This step is very important because if you're just gonna keep projects on projects on projects, it's gonna slow down your After Effects. So you make sure every single like five projects you work on, six, come here and empty this cache. This is a very important tip. And yeah, you got your database here. You can also clean this database. This should be quick too. Shouldn't take that long. Now, next step, which is the very important step. This is like the best step to increase the performance. And show it again. All right. So you see, I have two laptops. It's the one I'm using is called it's the Dell, and it has 4 gig of RAM. I usually don't work on this one, but I just did it for a quick tutorial. I usually work on my Sony, which has 8 gig of RAM, and yeah, I usually give it. I only give After Effects, give it like six, probably 6.5. I just give it all what I have, most of what I have, and I right now I have 4 gigabytes. Installed RAM is 4, but it takes point 30 for its CPU and stuff like that. For the inside components, you want to set this to the lowest as possible. RAM reserved for other applications. Because when I run After Effects, I don't usually run a lot of stuff with it. Either Google Chrome or probably Buju. Buju is like the most when I run with it since I transfer files and stuff. But yeah, and that's one. Now, next step is After Effects multiprocessing. Multiprocessing, you want to enable that. That's usually disabled. You want to enable that. And I have 4 cores installed on this, so you can set up how many cores for other applications. I said that to 0 because I want all my cores to work on After Effects to give it the best possible. I want it to have the best possible CPU power ever. So just put it all to the After Effects and set this to the lowest. And here, let me go back here. It says 2.9 gigabytes. It's using 2.9 gigabytes out of 3.7. for this available software. So if I have any of these opened, it will save this much RAM. It will like leave that much RAM to these 5 or 6 whatever. And yeah, multi-processing enable that, and RAM allocation per background CPU. I usually put that at 3 GB. Just do that. Just put it at 3 GB. It's usually disabled, but just put it 2, 3, or if you have a lot of RAM, put it on 3. 4 gig RAM, like yeah, it depends on your RAM. You should put it at 3. And that's actually it. So if you go to details, it tells you right here. You have process here. You have minimum needed RAM. So right now I'm needing 0.40. That's all I need. That's the minimum needed amount. Max usable. Max usable is 3.67, but the max allowed, I have the max allowed of memory on 2.92, and that's all I need. But right now I'm only using 0.28, and I have my After Effects processing set up on current priority on high. I usually just put that. If you go to Task Manager, you go to Processes, you go to that, set priority to high. I set my After Effects to that, but this one is just different. This is just like camera recorder. This one I'm set this one to probably normal, but my After Effects probably set on, wait, I don't know which one it is here. It's somewhere here. It's set up to high, and you can tell by it says high right here. Actually, it's slow now because it's not needing that much RAM right now. But see, it changes from high to low, like low right now, and it changes over time. But yeah, so you see it changed right there. So that's basically it. You just got audio hardware. If you guys already know this, then you shouldn't be watching this video. But this video is for people who like didn't know about this, and this is a cool tip and a cool trick to increase the performance, especially if you don't have that much RAM or you don't have that much good of a laptop. Well, and the last step I usually do is go to new composition. This might not be in that, and you might guys not already know it, but this is a cool way. So let's go ahead and import any footage that I have. So I'm gonna import slides right here, and import it right here in project, and drag it into my comp. So we got this right here, right, guys? And so we got this right here, and it's just basically just a clip. If I just play it, it's just basically a clip. It's paused right here. Let's come here and play it. Whoa. Yeah, well, that's a clip. There's a cool way to make that go faster. What you want to do is go to skip, and you have 1, 2, 5. If I set this to 5, watch how fast it goes. It's super quick, as you can see there. And as you can see there, it skips, like you can see some holes. You see these kind of frames, like they're missing. This is when I replay it right now. Watch what happens. That's when when I recorded this, it would just pause. So let me go to like this point right here and preview this. See, as you can see, it's like moving super fast because we're skipping frames. But I usually set this to 1, and most people do set it up to 1. 1 is not going to make that much of a difference, but skip frames to 1 should help you, and I recommend doing it because 1 frame is not that important. And one more thing, the skip frame right here does not at all affect your final output when you render in the end. This is just that preview, like current preview settings, and it changes when you render it in the output. You can choose whatever you do in the final rendering when you add to render queue. And yeah, that's it. As you can see here, even though we did it at 1, it looks like it didn't skip any because it's so small it doesn't even notice it right here. Yeah, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed and learned from this, and thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. And yeah, if you guys want more tutorials, just like this video, and thanks for watching, and peace out.